So recently a new update has been rolled out for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or as we all so lovingly call it, Pubg. This update brought a lot of tweaks and changes, but the biggest thing is weapon mastery. So what is weapon mastery? Basically, it's a new progression feature that's built into Pubg that gives you rewards based on your performance with each individual weapon. So what are these rewards? Through the weapon mastery system, you can earn charms, mastery emblems, and medals. The charms in Pubg are going to operate very similarly to the charms in Rainbow Six Siege. Basically, you just get a little dangly thing hanging off of your gun that says, hey, I've got a lot of kills and damage done with this gun. The emblems basically just show more detailed how good you are with that gun, how much time you've put in, how much damage you've done. Now currently there's not really any good way to show other players what your emblem is for that gun, but they say that they're working on a way to make that more visible to other players. Lastly, you get medals. Medals are their way of highlighting accomplishments that you've performed. So let's say you got a quad kill, you defeated 4 enemies in rapid succession, where you're going to get a medal for that weapon that says you did that thing. And you can earn multiples of those medals. You can stack them and so forth. Similarly to the emblems, there's no real way to show this off yet, but this is something that they say is coming. So initially when I saw this update, I thought to myself, cool, I guess. I mean, it's not that great, you know, it's a little charm. It's you know, nothing too life-changing. However, when I got into the game, I noticed I felt a little bit differently about it than I thought I would. So let's think for a second about what are some of the biggest issues with the moment-to-moment gameplay of Pubg. For me, it's the early game is often fairly slow-paced, especially in Erangel. And over the last few months, they've done a lot to try and make things, you know, the action hit a little bit quicker by tweaking the loot drops and so forth in the map. So people have better weapons more quickly, so they're more likely to engage more quickly. So you cut down on that early game lull. Of course, there's been backlash to this. People don't really like it when you start tweaking things that they're used to. Now they're thinking, oh, now there's too many guns in Erangel. It's too much like Sandhawk. Erangel should be a little bit slower. We shouldn't have just big Sandhawk and little Sandhawk. This is where weapon mastery actually might be really beneficial. I found myself engaging more readily, more quickly, more excitedly, because I knew that even if I didn't kill the guy and I wound up getting myself killed, when it was over, I could click on that view progression button, see what damage I did, and earn experience points towards unlocking some cool things to show off on my gun. Now don't get me wrong, there's not enough there yet to get people truly excited and pumped to want to really push the envelope with their aggression and go for these early game damage and kills to get new things for their gun. But these things should be coming. What if they do implement a way to more easily show exactly how badass we are with that Car 98K? What if they start throwing weapon skins into this weapon mastery thing as well? Who knows how many things they can think of to entice us to be more aggressive in the early game and to de-emphasize winning every time, only getting kills, taking no damage, being super careful. This could be an interesting way to kind of change the pace in the early game on some of these larger maps. Like I said, I'm already surprised with how it's already changed my perspective on playing the game. I've already tried to be more aggressive in general just because my thought process has always been the more engagements you get in, the more practice you're getting, the better you're going to be. But now I find myself being even more aggressive in situations where maybe before I would have kept my head down and tried to survive to get into the top 10. I'm saying, let's go for it. Let's get those XP points and see if I can get to that next level with the gun that I'm using. So what do you guys think it would take to really push this weapon mastery system up a notch? What would you like to see implemented? Am I crazy? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Do you want to see more aggression in the early rounds? Do you think weapon mastery can get us there? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.